Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. Reports of a falling out between the Duke of Sussex and his cousin, Princess Eugenie, have been firmly denied following claims made by broadcaster Piers Morgan. On a recent episode of his program, Uncensored, Mr. Morgan suggested Prince Harry had gone completely ballistic after Eugenie was seen socialising with him at a London pub. According to Mr. Morgan, the Duke took issue with the princess being photographed embracing the journalist, who had been a relentless critic of both Harry and Meghan Markle. Mr. Morgan told viewers, "She was having lunch with me and a group of people in a pub in London. I was seen hugging them goodbye, and Harry saw this and went completely ballistic. I can confirm that this is entirely true because he couldn't bear it." However, a source close to the Sussexes told People magazine that such claims are categorically untrue. The Duke remains close to Princess Eugenie. They always have and always will be, the insider stated. While Prince Harry's ties with some members of his family have grown strained in recent years, his connection with Princess Eugenie and Beatrice is understood to have remained intact. Rumours of a rift, it seems, are more bluster than truth. One of those strained relationships is with Prince William. That once tight fraternal bond began to quietly fray, not with Megxit, but much earlier, according to royal author Tina Brown. In the Palace Papers, Inside the House of Windsor, The Truth and the Turmoil, Brown quotes a former aide who claims the brothers' relationship hadn't been the same since William married Kate. While the two princes continued to live side by side at Kensington Palace and shared both an office and regular social time, Brown writes that Harry privately mourned his us against the world bond with William. As William settled into his married life with the now Princess of Wales, Brown suggests Harry felt edged out of the equation. Harry felt displaced by their bougie family unit and couldn't understand his brother's obsession with his Middleton in-laws. She writes, adding that the Middletons' lifestyle bored Harry to tears. The author paints a portrait of Prince William fully embracing country life, often found tramping the grounds of Anmer Hall, the Norfolk home gifted to him by the late Queen Elizabeth, in a flat cap and tweed jacket like his turnip-toff Norfolk farmer friends. As William grew into his role as future king, Brown asserts he became less tolerant of his younger brother's wild child ways. He was less amused than the British public by either the strip billiards debacle in Las Vegas or Harry's ceaseless boozy nightclub forays with his rowdy friends. His younger brother's recklessness exasperated him. Prince William plans to get some work in between vacations. He's no exactly Princess Anne when it comes to the royal docket. Will is set to resume public engagements next week following the Easter break with a visit to a youth-focused charity in South London. However, the Princess of Wales will not be accompanying him as she continues her private recovery. On April 24th, Prince William will visit Mentivity, an organisation dedicated to empowering young people through mentorship, educational support, and safe spaces. During his visit, the Prince will participate in a roundtable discussion on youth employment and apprenticeships, listening to young people share both their aspirations and the challenges they face entering the workforce. And perhaps more importantly, feed the media with some new photos of Wills being cool and looking cool so nobody asks questions about his vacation schedule between photo ops. Harry, take notes on how to do this. As Prince Harry continues his legal battle over UK security protections, those close to the Duke of Sussex believe King Charles is keeping his distance intentionally. The legal battle puts Harry in direct contact with the people who are carrying out the King's orders. Royal biographer Sally Bedell Smith told People, if his father was to say something even seemingly innocuous, it could end up landing in the middle of the court case. Others with close ties to the palace suggest the estrangement could be navigated more carefully, with a source saying, a distinction between personal life and official duties could be made, but things have been febrile for a while. In the Daily Mail, Liz Jones says not to blame Harry for the frosty relationship with the King. Jones writes, part of the reason for Charles' coldness towards Harry is Harry's current unedifying fight in the courts for his UK security to be upgraded. His own privately funded bodyguards are not allowed to be armed when here. Why would this anger Charles? Yes, his state visit to Italy was pushed off the front pages last week by images of his son striding warrior-like and painfully lonely into court. But it seems odd for the king to object to his son's claim because if he wins, Harry has indicated he and his family would visit Britain more often. Any father would welcome that. The king has been trained to be a diplomat since birth, to set an example. Yet it seems he cannot extend a hand of friendship to his son. Is he worried that a note or a kind word will make it into the public sphere via his loquacious second-born? Perhaps, but surely a photo opportunity showing a hug, a handshake, would speak volumes. There is no hand of friendship being extended by William either, if he can forgive his father's historic indiscretions. In 1994, he confessed to infidelity in a televised interview with Jonathan Dimbleby. Surely he can forgive his brother for that Oprah interview and writing a memoir, however candid. Does he fear his and Kate's life will be made a living hell, or that the Wales' family will be overshadowed by the Sussexes? I think the latter. He must realise that high-profile visits from Harry and Meghan, Archie and Lilibet in tow, would enliven our interest and affection for the royal family. It would certainly be more fascinating, glamorous and fun than being drip-fed, badly shot photos of Kate in a Baker Boy cap talking to scouts on a windswept hillside. Brand expert Nick Eade tells The Sun, Meghan hasn't really earned her stripes yet. She's not the fashionista yet. She's not the cook yet. She's not the makeup expert yet. Nothing feels particularly rounded in actual knowledge, so people begin to turn off. We've been on this journey with Harry and Meghan, but when we get to the crux of it, it never goes anywhere. Everything feels like a scattergun approach. Nothing seems thought out or strategized. She and Harry seem to think, yes, I'll take the money and work out what to do afterwards. More palace in just a moment. The Princess Royal was reportedly left surprised upon learning that a leading female athlete had to campaign for the right to wear shorts while playing her sport. During Wednesday's investiture ceremony at Windsor Castle, Princess Anne, the possible former royal sex bomb, presented England hockey player Tess Howard with an MBE. Miss Howard, part of the Commonwealth Games gold medal winning squad in 2022, was honoured not only for her achievements on the pitch, but her advocacy around inclusive sportswear for women and girls. Speaking after the ceremony, Miss Howard said, "If I had an organisation like Inclusive Sportswear, I wouldn't have had to campaign for years to wear shorts in hockey, which is bizarre," she added. "The Princess Royal was surprised that I had to campaign to wear shorts. It's silly when you say it out loud." The 24-year-old athlete who plays for East Grinstead Hockey Club founded the group Inclusive Sportswear in 2023 to challenge barriers in sport and promote more flexible, comfortable kit options for all athletes regardless of gender. Reflecting on the recognition, she remarked, "It's quite ridiculous that I've been given an award essentially for campaigning to wear shorts." In 2023, the International Hockey Federation updated its rules to allow female players the option to wear shorts, skirts, or skirts, provided they match in colour and design. But Ms. Howard says that the change is only the beginning and that her organisation will continue pushing for greater inclusivity across all levels of sport. Princess Anne, a long-time supporter of British athletics and a former Olympian herself, has not commented publicly, but is understood to have taken a keen interest in the matter during the ceremony. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalacintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice, and leave us a nice review if you're enjoying the show. Don't forget you can get this show, along with hundreds of others from Caloroga Shark Media, commercial-free, and there's hundreds and hundreds of other shows to choose from, including our latest show called Acting President. It's our latest political thriller. Check it out, Acting President, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.